Hey guys, welcome to Trailer Trash Podcast. I'm Dustin.
And I'm Terry. Every week we pick one movie trailer, we watch it, and then we talk about it.
And I'm Jeff. This week we have decided to watch Suicide Squad.
So guys, ratings, overall thoughts. Terry?
First off, Jeff, could you be more excited about this trailer?
Well, why don't we continue with our podcast and we can discuss and find out why I sounded so droll.
Okay.
Bring the energy up.
All right,
guys.
I'm glad you started with me. This is going to be my first 10 out of 10 trailer rating. 10 out of 10.
Wow.
A perfect score.
Are you sure you don't want to do like a 9.5
No,
or
not doing
some other
9.5.
ridiculous
You're setting
number?
some pretty lofty.
We're not even going 9.7.
All right, Dustin, what do you have?
Wow. I'm going to go 8.
That is fantastic news because no longer can Terry say that you're consistently the lowest because I'm going to give it a 5.
Okay.
Jeff, why, man? What's your deal?
Well, obviously in all these times we've been doing these podcasts, it's no secret that I do not like DC. Not a fan. But watching this trailer, even if I tried to ignore the fact that it was a DC movie, there was just nothing calling out to me to say, hey, come watch this movie.
Nothing.
Is this
Nothing.
insane?
Nothing.
Is he insane? This is the best trailer I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's why Jeff's here, though. Because he brings a different perspective, and we appreciate that. Terry, why is it so good?
Okay, so first off, when this trailer was released, last week? Like last Tuesday, Monday, something like that?
Yeah, it was last week.
Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody is on my top probably 5 list of ultimate songs of all time. And they chose this as the background. It's a 2.5-minute trailer. They cut a 6.5-minute song down to 2.5 minutes and edited it perfectly to coincide with the mood of the trailer from start to finish, with the gunfire and the punches and things like that. We're hitting on the drum beats and stuff like that. Like you said, I'm not a big DC fan. It doesn't really matter. It does. Nothing really matters.
I'm not a fan of romantic comedies, but if it looks good, I'll still watch it.
Look.
However, they packed this trailer with so much awesomeness. There were one-liners, there was action, and most of the plot and premise of the movie has not been revealed yet. So
Thanks,
they're
Captain
not
Obvious.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, it's not like a lot of trailers, like, sometimes they will, like, blow their load on getting the people to come into the theater by showing things that they shouldn't be showing.
So, like Batman
It's true,
vs.
like
Superman.
when the
Yes,
trailer for The Sixth
exactly.
Sense came out and it gave away the ending.
Did it?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying, they're not going to
I've
ruin the
never seen
fucking
it.
movie.
Wait, he's dead the whole time? Oh, no. You just ruined it. Overall, I thought it was good. I did not like the original teaser trailer that came out a few months ago at Comic-Con. It was, like, really, really serious, and, like, it was just, like, drab, and, like, I wasn't really excited about it, but watching this, it looks a lot more fun than I thought it would be. So, yeah, I mean, I was a huge fan. Like I said, I generally don't give trailers high ratings, and this one I would definitely give an 8 out of 10.
That is actually the highest rating he's given a trailer
I believe it is.
as long as I can remember.
I mean, what's not to
Look.
like about the trailer? It's exciting. It's funny. There's a lot going on.
Look, I'm
It's
not-
like,
How many of these have we recorded? We've only published one so far. This
I think
might be
5.
the second.
this might be the...
No,
yeah.
I'm talking since we started last February.
Oh,
I
I
think
don't-
we've done
Oh,
probably
jeez.
at least 2 dozen.
I was not a part
No.
of that.
Yeah, probably.
3 or 4 dozen.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, I'm not
We did, like,
saying
50
that I'm not
probably.
going to see the movie. Obviously, I'm going to watch it because, as we talked about with Batman vs. Superman, I'm eager to see that if DC can pull themselves out of their little film world rut that they're in, where they are irrelevant.
You're talking about the
But-
movie. You're correct. You're talking about the actual movie.
I'm talking about the movie in relation to the trailer, and what
Are
I'm
you
getting
letting
at. My
that- are
point
you
is
letting
coming
that
up.
lead?
Can
Are
you
letting-
please let me finish speaking before you
Well, what I'm-
question my
well-
point?
I'm asking if you're letting the movie bleed into the trailer. The trailer
No.
itself.
I'm just talking and getting to my point that you're not letting me get to.
Go on, Jeffrey.
Thank you.
Yeesh.
Now, where the fuck was I?
We'll edit that
I'm just
out.
gonna edit this out.
No F-bombs, man. This is a family-friendly show.
No, you can say the F word.
Don't ever say family on this podcast ever again.
Family's the F word.
No families are listening
You
to
can't
this.
say that. Jeff, get your
Only
point.
people
Sorry.
who have lost their families.
Jeff
are listening to
has Terry. Jeff has the floor. Please shut your mouth.
Yes, shut up. Listen, so when you're watching a trailer, to me, it's not just trying to raise your interest in the movie. It's trying to get you to go see the movie at the theater.
Yeah.
This trailer, yes, it makes me want to see the movie. Again, tying in with my whole point of
But you gave it a
DC.
5 out of 10. So you
But
wanna see-
but the trailer does absolutely nothing to make me want to go to the theater and spend that kind of money to watch it.
Oh, so it makes you want to see the movie.
It doesn't
but
want to make me
just not
spend the
in
money to see it.
theater. What is your cutoff out of 10 for a movie that will get you to go out to a theater?
well, Jeff doesn't like standards.
I do
So
not
he
like.
doesn't
I
like
do not
standards.
like standards.
But
They are.
what is your standard if you had to make one?
See,
say,
and
hey,
that's the thing. I don't like standards, so I don't have a cutoff. It's
Yeah,
just
it just
I watch a
doesn't-
trailer and it either does it for me or it doesn't.
And going back to the DC run, they have had one movie come out in the new DC universe, Man of Steel.
I
That's
understand.
it.
I have
They
not
had
seen
the
that.
Batman trilogy.
but-
You have not seen the Man of Steel, and you're saying they're in a rut?
They are in a rut. When you compare them to Marvel, they are in a horrible rut.
yeah. Well, okay.
The Batman movies did pretty well. They did pretty well for
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
They did well, but they're not anywhere near what Marvel is doing.
No, not as far as universe building, no, but standalone movies, it was very, very.
But
You know,
again,
financially
going back
successful and very
all
good
the way,
for the most
all the way
part.
back to like the '70s Superman, or Christopher Reeve, or if I don't even know if that was the '70s, might have been.
78.
Oh, there you go. And we've already talked about how you guys like those movies, and I thought they were terrible. So
So,
we're not going
like
to
Batman in
rehash that
1989,
point.
you're not a fan of.
I actually did like that Batman. I liked Michael Keaton. I didn't like when Val Kilmer and George Clooney hopped
Yeah,
in
but
there.
I don't think you're lumping it in with DC movies of at least the last. 2
No, but
years.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm going to watch this movie. I'm looking forward to the new DC cinematic universe that they are trying
in
to
all
create.
honesty, how much did DC have a say in the original Batmans with Michael Keaton?
Probably not
Like nothing,
much.
basically, right?
Yeah, I would imagine not too much
Yeah.
input.
I mean,
That was-
Tim
was that
Burton
Warner
probably
Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Warner Brothers? I don't know. Whoever Tim Burton always does his stuff through.
No, it was definitely Warner Bros.
Yeah.
Who actually, I think, owns DC, though.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, today, there's a lot more communication between the comic book companies, I guess, maybe because there's more money in movies than in comics.
Well, I think, like, after Joss Whedon kicked ass with the Avengers, they look at it and say, maybe it's a good idea to give a fan the reins here.
Yeah.
Let them run with it. And it was successful.
I.e. The Force Awakens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's a great
The
example.
biggest opening
Yes.
of any movie in history.
Yes. Yeah, very much so. So, all right, so guys, what is your least liked part of this trailer? Let's go with Terry first.
I'm going to say the conversation in the restaurant where they're talking about, yeah, we're putting together, a group, the worst of the worst. Wait, was this yours? You're looking at me and
No.
smirking. Only because the black woman that plays the police chief, or
Viola Davis, I believe.
yeah, she was in the new RoboCop
Okay.
with the guy that plays RoboCop.
Yeah, Joel Kinnaman.
Who's
Yep.
playing a cop in this movie.
Mhm.
I don't know if I can't discern if it was that movie or her acting style, but like, hopefully it wasn't her character. Like, if it was, good for her. Like, she's an awesome actress, and I just don't like her, so I don't like to hear her voice. I don't like to see her face.
See, I think it was important though for her to say that because many people don't know what the Suicide is.
I
don't.
agree.
Squad is.
I
I don't
agree.
even know what it is. So watching that sort of
No, I
explains
agree,
it.
but that's my least favorite part because I really dislike that actress.
Jeff, what about you?
I really didn't like the part where Will Smith was sitting there explaining who all of the members were.
That was not Will Smith.
That was Joel Kinnaman, but it's okay.
That
That-
was the guy that plays
Are you-
RoboCop.
Okay, well, he sounded like a very boring Will Smith.
Yeah, he is. He is. We'll just call him the boring Will Smith from now
So
on.
boring Will Smith. Yeah.
He's also.
I was unaware
he's
of that
also
because we did
white.
not see him
But see,
doing it.
but I also think that's important to the trailer too because it explains the characters. Most
So what you're
people
saying
don't know
is-
who the hell these people are.
So what you're saying
Yeah.
is Will Smith is like a darker Joel Kinnaman or whatever?
Yeah, he plays a darker role. He plays a darker role. No, but that's true because I had to look up the names of some of these characters. I knew who Harley Quinn was. Everyone knows her
In the Joker,
as,
obviously.
as the girlfriend of the Joker, and she's crazy. And I don't know what route they're going in this movie. Obviously, she's in it, so I know who she is. Deadshot, Will Smith, or what is it, Captain Boomerang?
Yeah, that's Jack Court.
That-
Captain
The guy that was supposed to be Tom Hardy's spot, but he also looks like Tom Hardy.
Kind of, yeah. He's a little bit, I guess.
So, so I don't know who all these characters are, and definitely for the trailer, if you want to get people interested, you want to explain why there's a guy that looks like a crocodile.
Yeah, so it's like when I seen the
So
trailer, I looked up online. I was like, oh, okay,
And why
that's
not just
cool.
call him by his name instead of like he's a crocodile?
No, because
Like,
I don't know
well,
what his name is, but
Which is
like,
because I don't even like DC. I know what
thought
his
it was
name
kind of
is.
funny that the guy said he's kind of like, you can imagine, you don't get to see it, but you can kind of imagine that he's standing around the Suicide Squad. And they're like, oh, do you know anything about these people? And he's like, yeah, this guy's a crocodile and he eats people and she's crazy and this person's possessed by a witch.
And I still say that's Will Smith. I'm going to watch this again later. And
Absolutely not Will Smith.
I mean, I know I don't hear as good as most people, but
Jeff,
I'm
I don't know,
pretty
man.
sure that's Will
I don't know
Smith.
about that. My least favorite moment was at the end with Harley Quinn. Bashing the window, taking the purse. I did not like that part. I just felt like it was contrived, and it was like, it's out there like, hey, she's hot. It's like, we already know she's hot.
Oh, because they have her like bend over.
Yeah, I mean, we already know she's
bends
hot.
over to pick up the purse.
Yeah.
And, like, it's clearly a shot of her ass.
Yeah, it's like, we already know she's cute, she's sexy. We don't, you don't need to do that.
But again, not being a DC fan, that's kind of what Harley Quinn does.
Harley
Yeah.
Quinn in
She
like
flaunts
the TV
herself.
show wasn't like that though.
She struts around.
The TV show wasn't...
She was created
legitimate.
she was created on the animated TV show.
The animated TV show was created for children to watch.
I understand that, but that is the first appearance that she
And
ever made.
it was sexy.
And she was the Joker's therapist.
All right.
And then she wears like a jester outfit and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
she's not always like this sexy. Either way, in the trailer you clearly know she's very attractive and sexy.
So they gave her the pigtails because they were kind of drawing a reference or recreating the jester hat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she also
I
has
assume
those
that's what
without the
they're
head on originally anyway.
Right, but what I'm saying is like some things do not transfer well from the comic book pages onto the screen.
No,
So,
I was just saying, like, in the
they
comics,
make
she
the
still
joke
has
in
the
X-Men
pigtails.
About the well, at least it's not yellow spandex or something like that.
Yeah.
When they're wearing the black leather.
Yeah.
Because in the comics and the cartoons, it's yellow spandex, which would not. It would just look kind of stupid on the silver screen.
So I just thought that part was a little contrived. It's like, we know she's attractive, and it's like, it's just like putting it out there, making it like way too obvious, and it's like, I don't know. It just wasn't necessarily my favorite part of the trailer. But moving on to the best moment of the trailer, my favorite moment, I would say, is Jai Courtney's character, Captain Boomerang, drinking a beer behind the car.
Do you think it was a beer, or because I was talking to our friend Steve earlier, and he said it was an energy drink. I don't know where he got that.
Okay, if that's even better.
But it's funny. No, that's the funny
Okay.
part. Like,
'Cause
where
I think
all of a sudden the song stops, and then you hear you see him like crouched down behind a car, and you hear
Yeah.
and then he starts drinking.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite part of the trailer because it's so funny. Like, it breaks the trailer up. It's a funny scene to look at with all this gunfire that this guy cracked. And if it's an energy drink, that's even funnier.
I would agree with being funny if it's an energy drink.
Over a beer. Jeff, what
What's
about
your
you?
favorite,
Terry,
Jeff?
no, Terry, what's yours?
Who we got stand
Okay,
You guys aren't going to like mine,
we
so I
gotta
want to know what
stand
yours
off.
is.
Okay,
Okay.
well, my initial one or the one that I
You know
because
what?
I
Go with
The
both
one that
of
you
them.
chose. Why don't you go with the one you chose?
well my
Okay.
initial one was the
bag.
Captain Boomerang. Yeah, is that yours?
No,
Oh, okay.
not at all.
Let me talk about two then. Captain Boomerang, like they everyone's standing around and they cut him out of this like body bag, I guess. And the first thing he does is he jumps out of this body bag and he punches one of the cops in the face, and then they like catch him and hold him back. But it's just funny like how much of like a random character he is, where he just completely like you can't control this guy. He's a loose cannon. He's a wild card, and I loved that.
Jeff, go ahead, man. What do you got?
My favorite part of the trailer was when it showed when it's coming to theaters, because it meant I did not have to watch any more of that trailer.
Really, is that why you made us watch the ending of it?
Dude.
That is, if you really want me to pick one, it's the only one
Are you
that I.
just like trying?
If you
to...
really want me to pick something within the actual
Yeah, so
trailer,
pick something in the trailer.
I'm gonna go and pick Dustin's worst. At least I got something to look at Harley Quinn's ass. So
You know, all I'm saying is like, are
You're the
you
worst.
purposely doing this?
I'm not. I can't support this trailer.
Wow.
Earlier when you were earlier
Give us your reasons.
earlier
again.
when
I'd
you were
like to-
specifying the whole thing with Bohemian Rhapsody, I do agree with you. It's a very well edited trailer, but it's still not a great trailer to me because I don't know why. I told you I can't really explain it. My mind's fucked up, man. I'm like the male Harley Quinn or some shit. I don't know. I'm psycho.
So you're the Joker.
Point is, no.
You want to know?
No,
how I got these
but you know what?
scars?
Let's move on. Let's move on, and let's talk about the Joker and Harley Quinn.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Let's just move past our ratings. So I'm gonna actually talk about this, and this is one saving grace of the trailer, or at least for me, or one thing that you can at least back me on supporting. A lot of complaints I've been reading around on the internet are people bitching and moaning about the way the Joker and Harley Quinn and some of the other characters look. Like they're talking about how they ruin these super iconic looks and they don't understand it. And I don't understand because for me, like I agree, Joker looks kind of ridiculous in this movie, but the Joker looks
disagree.
kind of ridiculous anywhere
But
you
I think
look
the
at
Joker
him.
has to.
I think
But-
every person, every person brings their own Joker or character to the screen.
Right, and even in the comics, they make their appearances change throughout from one story arc to another.
Very much so, yeah.
But my thing is, like, their biggest gripe was with Harley Quinn, and I don't
Why?
understand. I don't know. They just don't like it because she doesn't look anything like she does in any of the comics. Always in the comics, she had the jester suit, whether it was with the hat or without the hat. It doesn't matter. But when I look at this trailer, like, I'm sorry, when I look at Harley Quinn in the comics or the video games and I see that jester suit, I think she looks ridiculous. In this, I think
It would
she
not
looks
transfer well.
fantastic.
It would not transfer well, because it would be once again like the X-Men thing with the yellow spandex. Okay, in the cartoons and in the comics, that's all fine and dandy because it's flashy things on a page. In the movies, it just looks stupid.
Yeah, but they could have done
put
something.
this
They
girl-
could have put the
why
Jester
would-
thing on.
Why? She's a
There's a
prisoner.
fucking crocodile in the goddamn movie.
But they released these people from Arkham Asylum, I guess, or some type of prison.
Yeah.
So why would she get a jester outfit? And why would
But
that be her
Terry,
thing? Like,
Terry,
it doesn't fit.
listen, the Joker wears clown makeup and has his hair, I don't know, that might not be dye. He might have had, I don't remember DC's
yeah,
history.
but he was not released. If you look at, like...
I know,
from
he
what you-
runs the place now. But the point is, Harley Quinn is his, like, right-hand man or girl or whatever.
You're talking about two separate universes. We have no
I
idea
understand that.
how-
I'm talking about these people complaining about how she looks in this universe by comparing her to other ones.
There are-
So we're on the same page here.
Yes, and I'm saying I understand, but I'm not agreeing
So-
with you on how it wouldn't transfer
so my
well.
advice to those people is to shut their fucking mouths, because that's stupid. This is a movie.
Fine.
Whoa,
It's not
okay.
a comic book. It's not a cartoon. It's a movie.
I agree that she looks better in this trailer than she would in that, but I also support them against your argument that it doesn't transfer well, because it does. They don't have to have the hat on her. She doesn't always have the hat in the other universes
I'm just
either.
going to ask you a real simple question. If you say it does transfer well, where did she get a jester outfit, and why is she wearing it?
Where the
Why-
fuck did anybody get any of their
Yeah.
clothes?
No. Because all of them.
You
are
saw
wearing...
in the trailer she broke a window and stole a purse. Who? Maybe she raided a
Deadshot
fucking
has
costume
an out-
shop,
Deadshot has
man.
his outfit. Where'd he get that?
Because that's his gear.
Where did the crocodile get
That's
his
not-
crocodile
maybe she
body
has-
from?
Maybe
That's
she
not
had
a
that when she.
jester outfit.
Maybe she went in
That's
there.
not
when
a
she-
jester outfit. It's his gear. The Joker didn't even come from wherever
Terry,
these people.
Maybe
came
she
from.
had it
Terry.
when she got convicted
Terry.
or whatever.
Remember?
That's a.
do
Not
you
a good
remember about a
argument.
year and a half ago we went to a Halloween party and one of your friends had a friend of
Yes.
his and she was dressed as Harley Quinn wearing a jester? Where did she get that from?
The costume store. But
Okay, so why can't
Boom!
Harley Quinn
Drop the
get
mic.
hers from a
Drop
fucking
the
store?
mic.
That really? So okay, all right. Let's.
This
let's
is the
pause.
dumbest argument
Let's
ever.
pause.
It
That's
is.
really dumbest
It is.
argument.
This is
Let's
what
move
happened.
on.
This is what happened in the movie. This is Jeff's
Okay.
prediction.
Go ahead.
They release them, kind of. They get them in a group and they say, "Hey, you guys are going on this suicide mission,
Yeah.
and we're gonna call you the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you 30 minutes to go to the nearest Hobby Lobby or costume shop.
Listen,
and you
man.
can pick up whatever costumes or clothing you'd like to get. If you want to stop at a Ross, that would be
Okay.
more fun.
As I said,
Financially,
Let me
you
hop
know.
in, guys. Let me hop in here. They all have their outfits. Maybe when they were convicted, that's their gear that they had. Maybe she had a jester outfit when she was thrown in the fucking slammer.
Hold on. No,
Maybe she does.
Clearly,
let's
she
simplify this completely.
I'm just saying. Maybe
Let
she
us
did.
simplify this. She doesn't even have to have a jester costume in the movie. She could just have a black and red spandex bodysuit,
This is what I'm saying.
which
This
is
my
easily
theory.
That would just
obtainable.
be just
This
sexy,
is,
would it
this
not?
is this is my theory.
Black and red spandex? That'd
This
be just
is
hot.
my theory. The Joker has nothing to do with the Suicide Squad initially in this movie.
Okay.
I think that these people are all assembled separately from the Joker. He may be someone that they're going after. There is some type of I don't know, tree monster or something. Something has like really long arms and it's like destroying the subway train, and you keep seeing it, like clips here and there, little snaps of like something that essentially has the powers of Groot. So what I'm saying is we have no idea what this movie is going to, the position that this movie is going to put Harley Quinn and the Joker in as far as their relationship.
Sure.
Do they know each other? Do they meet in this movie and then somehow the Joker like wins over the Suicide Squad and they're all on a suicide mission? Maybe after they, beat their foe, instead of going back to jail, or like the plan by the Gotham City is to pull them all back and put them back in prison. Obviously, like that would be something that Gotham would do. They wouldn't want that to happen. Maybe now all of a sudden they work for the Joker. Like, we don't know.
No, we don't know. We don't know.
We don't
You're
know
right.
the premise of the movie.
You're right.
We don't
You're
know
right.
if Harley Quinn and the Joker have ever met. We don't know if at the end of the movie she's going to be wearing a jester outfit.
Maybe she will be.
She might be.
Terry, Jeff, she might be.
Or nothing.
So, anything else that you guys want to dip into about the movie? You want to talk about the director? You want to talk about the writer?
I do want to talk about the director.
Terry wants to keep talking.
I would like to discuss the director as well.
David Ayer.
David Ayer's the director.
I read something or watched something where they said that the director was talking about Jared Leto's performance as the Joker, and he said a couple things about, Jared Leto's a method actor.
Very much so.
So he gets in character and he stays in character, even outside of recording. And they were like, Jared Leto really, really creeped us out. They were like, he seriously creeped us out to the point where people were like uncomfortable. And he said that this trailer does not show the best parts
I would
of
imagine
the Joker character. Obviously, it only shows like 2 clips. He's like, the character that Jared Leto brought to the screen is going to be phenomenal. So I'm really excited about that too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to his performance.
And then what did we read on IMDb in the trivia?
I'm glad they're not showing a lot of him, because I feel like he's going to be a strength of it. I don't think he's going to play a big part in the movie, but I do think he's going to be in it.
Look, this is another reason why I am interested in seeing the movie, whether I see it in the theater or not, is David Ayer.
You realize that we're going to make you go see this with
So
us.
That's fine. I don't care, whatever. I'll make you pay for
Then
it.
we're going to do a recap, and you're going to be like, it was the best movie
but
ever.
David Ayer is
awesome.
going to be a huge part for me to be
Why?
interested
Why
in.
do you like David Ayer?
Well, if you look at the movies he's directed, I've only seen 2 of the movies he's previously directed. That was End of Watch and Fury. I've seen those 2 movies that he's directed.
Fury was good.
Fury was a very good movie.
I
I,
really like that.
actually
pretty
went
good.
to see that movie with you guys at the
good.
theater.
Did you really?
I did.
Why don't I remember that?
Because I don't know, you're you. You don't. Nobody remembers when
I
I'm
don't
around.
remember it either.
So it was the first night you brought me to the White Rhino.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So anyway, I really enjoyed Fury. End of
In
Watch was
Indiana?
okay.
I liked
I
End of
was
Watch.
okay,
I liked
but-
End of Watch better than Fury.
Well, I didn't. That's okay. But if you
I
look
like
at
Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's a
beyond
great
just his
actor.
directing, like he wrote this movie as well, Suicide Squad.
did.
And if
You
you look
know,
at his
he's-
other writing credits, not whether it's the screenplay or just wrote the story, he has some really good ones. I mean, obviously he also wrote Fury and End of Watch, but he also did SWAT, Dark Blue, Fast and Furious, Training Day, and U-571. And all of these movies, whether you like them or not, Fast and Furious probably not quite in the same category as the others.
One of those doesn't
but,
really fit.
but it was still a great movie.
Great movie, actually. I really, really, really loved that movie.
Now, I'm not a fan of submarine movies, but I think it was pretty good. A Hunt for Red October is better between the two, but U-571 was also a good movie. And like I said, I mean, David Ayer has really good credits to his name, and that is a huge point for me to at least save some interest for this movie.
Okay, so box office predictions opening weekend.
So this is tough because I think a lot of this is going to be based on Batman v Superman, how well it does.
That is correct.
I think if Batman v Superman is really good, this movie's going to be huge. If it doesn't do that,
You want to give 2? You want to give 2?
No. I'm gonna rock it. I'm just gonna throw it out there and say I don't think Suicide Squad is gonna be nearly as big as Batman v Superman. I will say it'll open with 90 million. Total guess. Who knows? I don't know.
Okay, Jeff.
I shortchanged Batman vs Superman, and as much as I'm more interested in seeing that than this one, I feel I can probably upgrade this movie to about a 100 million opening.
Wait a second.
Okay.
About a 100 doesn't really make
So
sense.
you hated the trailer.
I
Essentially.
did because
But you're giving it
yes,
$20
because
million more at the box office opening weekend.
regardless of what I think of it, I
understand
also
the concept
I'm
here.
predicting that Batman vs Superman is going to be a
What'd you
very
say?
good
Did
movie.
You say 100?
I did say 100. I think Batman vs Superman is going to be a great movie. I don't know if it's going to be better or worse than this, but I do believe, regardless of what I rated my prediction on that movie, Suicide Squad is going to cash in on the success of that
Guess
movie.
what, guys? 110.
Nice. I do think it has different things going for it. It opens in August. Summer blockbuster. Good or bad. Fantastic Four, bad, made no money. Guardians of the Galaxy made a shit ton of money. August is a tricky time.
I like
It's
our
tricky time.
predictions though because it's real simple. It's real easy to figure out. We've got 90, 100, 110 million.
And now it's total shot in the dark because who knows how this is going to... Maybe Batman v Superman
What do
will
you
be the
think,
worst
just for
movie ever.
shits
I
and
don't know.
giggles, what do you think
You
it's
also got to take into consideration Guardian of the Galaxy. Nobody really knew, or at least from my perspective,
think
not people
word of
didn't
mouth- I
really
think a
expect that to be
phenomenal
anything,
word
That's
and
true.
it was
That's
it
true.
was
A word of
fantastic
mouth
movie.
campaign just became crazy good for that movie. The soundtrack for that movie was, I mean,
From you, I've got to imagine you love that soundtrack so
loved
much.
it.
No, it was good. It was similar to this where people weren't aware of it. They really didn't know anything about it. The only thing that thing had
All
going
it takes,
for it...
I mean, think about it. Think about this. A movie's in theaters for how long? A couple months.
Yeah, okay.
At best,
Tops.
Yeah.
But at least a month.
right?
What gets you to go see a movie? For me, it's what I see like in the trailer, but also what I read, but more so than all of those things put together, what my friends say. If either one of you go see a movie and you say, this is a movie you've got to see.
Well, we know Jeff's not going to
boom,
go
I'm
see
going.
any movies, so we're not going to run to that.
And
but...
that's why
Listen, I've seen movies you guys haven't seen.
And I
think-
told you to watch Creed. You still haven't watched it.
I'm not going to watch it. I don't want to see it.
But I still think, though, that movie did well based on the fact that Marvel has a great track record. They really have not really made too many bad movies.
I just
Absolutely did.
for Terry's sake, I just really want the sequel to come out so that you can catch Awesome Mix Volume 2 because I know he's dying for
I
it.
am dying for it. How did you know that? How did you know
Because
that?
you're my friend, Terry, and I
Austin,
know you.
You know he got that, and that was his gift.
I know.
right?
That's why I
Why doesn't
mentioned it.
Okay, why doesn't he ever go back to Earth? Okay.
Here's the thing. Why doesn't he ever find his father?
Yeah, it's like like none of it makes any sense. It's,
Okay, that's
it's
another
stupid.
podcast.
Why
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
he
totally
find
another
his
podcast.
father? I mean, did you not? Are you talking about his Earth father?
His actual father.
Well, you
His
do.
Earth
I mean,
father
you did
left.
watch the movie, right? I mean, that's
Oh, yeah,
what.
your
His
father.
actual father. Is,
I know, but you're. I mean, Michael Rooker. I can't remember his character's name, unfortunately, but his task was to bring him to his father.
Yeah,
So you do. You're
that's
aware
what
of
he was
that,
hired for, and then
Yes.
he just kept him.
right?
Yes.
But he doesn't know that
But we don't also know.
Star-Lord
if he
does
kept
not
it for
know
a
that.
reason.
How would he not have figured that out in 20 years?
because they
or
never
15
told
years?
him.
Oh, whatever. Okay, another
That's
podcast.
another day, guys. That's another day.
All right.
So, guys, I don't know. I think that wraps it up for this edition of Trailer Trash Podcast. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks everybody. We're gonna try to publish this one, and maybe we'll get some other ones.
First of all, I always do the finale. Why is he talking, Jeff?
oh well, I didn't.
Please
I
don't
thought
shut
this was.
up.
I thought we were all jumping
Please
off
tell.
of each
No,
other.
we're not jumping off each
like
other.
a giant trampoline.
Well, I'm gonna play this game too. All right, guys. Hopefully,
You guys
hopefully,
so much.
maybe somebody will go see this movie.
Yeah. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, my wife.